Ritah, we are on. Hello and welcome to Sports Women Connect. My name is Regina and Happy New Year to everybody out there. Welcome back to the show. It's been quite some time. We missed you. I am sure you missed us, but we are back. We thank God for the blessings in our lives. We thank God that we're able to interact with you again this year. And today on the show, I am joined by
Ssenkungu, Jameson,
and
Ritah Asiimwe.
And we are going to be diving into the challenges that affect our women in Paralympic sport. So we are going to look at challenges of engaging our women in Paralympic sport. And I am very, very honored to have you, James and Ritah, to join me today as we get into the new year. I know we've had different challenges, we've had different encounters, we've done a lot for the past year, and it's a new year, new goals, new milestones to hit, and
True.
Yes. But before we do that, of course you have to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit more about yourselves, and I'll start with Ritah.
Thank you, Regina. Ritah Asiimwe, a Paralympian. I am a national player in the Badminton Federation. I've represented Uganda in the Paralympic Games,
Yes.
Tokyo 2020. And I'm prospecting with much eager and vigor to join the 2024 Paralympic Games. Let's see if there are funds.
Yeah, of course. It always comes down
yeah,
to the
because we
resources.
may fail
Yes.
to have funds to go for the
But
tournaments
you
and
have to
all
be
that.
optimistic, you know. You
Yeah,
have
of
to
course I
live on the
can't.
positive
Yeah.
side of life.
I'm always on the positive, no matter what.
Okay.
So I'm a degree holder. I'm doing.
Ssenkungu Jameson. I coach with Uganda Parathletics Federation
Yes.
and also a coach with Makerere University. That is coaching goalball parathletics and also a national technical official
Okay.
in those two games. I'm a sports scientist.
Okay.
Also looking forward to see that I can upgrade myself, maybe to have a master's degree this year.
All right. That's great.
Wow.
Is that all you want us to know about you?
Other things, they are personal.
My ears to hear.
They are personal, which is okay. I respect that. So I'll dive straight into the questions, and I'll go to Ritah, and I'll just ask for you to describe for us, some of the challenges that you've encountered along the journey as a sports person, but also how you've actually sailed through them. What strategies did you have? Because I know that there are always challenges, but how we overcome them is what puts us above the rest.
True.
So what are some of those challenges that you've encountered as a person, in your journey, in your athletics journey? But again, what are the strategies?
You need to know, even the family, like back your personal family, your siblings, your parents, because they have something they want to see you doing. Personally, when I was joining badminton, I remember my cousins, my aunties, my mom would be like, what are you doing with badminton? I mean, because, Ugandan sport, no money. You don't pay the coin. But you have to train, you have to eat, you have to drink, you have to be comfortable, in the whole body.
You have to take care of yourself.
Exactly.
To be able to perform.
But you're using the money from home
Yes.
to do all this.
Yes.
You're like, sister, help me with 50K because you need it to run you for 2 days or 3.
Yeah.
Then you call someone, guys, I need some money, I need to do this. If, for example, like most of the tournaments we have in badminton, because they are off continent, you find the federation may not be able to fit in your probably registration.
Yes.
You need to confirm, like, you need to have the registration, you need to do the visa, you need, is it travel insurance?
A lot of logistics.
So you find that the federation is going to ask you, can you fit that? And then it will fit with the accommodation, flight, and the other big things, you know?
Yes.
So if you don't have this, that's a finance.
That's the first one.
Oh my God. Then you scratch your head, you're like, where am I going to get 1 million
Yes.
for starters, just to put in the spot? So you have to sit down, reflect, think where, how do I start? But the very first people, of course, are the people with your circle.
Yes,
within your circle. So if you have bad terms, yes. So if you are at bad terms with the people within your circles, then you'll get frustrated.
Yes.
Because I mean, they are there for, James will give me 10K, you give me 20, oh my, like one by one. By before you, before you know it, you have like 0.5, then before you know it, you have 1 million, and then you're looking for like 5 million, you have, you know,
gotten somewhere.
yes.
Yeah.
So that gives you the courage to keep moving.
Yes.
When the people around you give you this
Support.
go ahead,
Yes, the support.
trust me, you feel you're on the right track. So the challenge of having a positive mind, a positive
Attitude.
yes. Staying focused will help you overgo so many challenges.
Yes.
I think the biggest challenges could be finances, then the attitude,
Facilities.
the facilities. That is a very big one for the country, which I don't know if it will be, you know, put in place as soon as possible, because I don't know. When you look through, you don't even see it soon, but we will keep
You just remain optimistic that things will get better.
Because when we look at the places we go to play, my dear, sometimes you may not even
standard. You don't want to return home.
No. The thing is, the truth is, I love my home.
Yeah.
I really love my home.
Yeah.
Yes, I really want to be there because it feels good. You feel, you know, you're in a luxury life and all that. That is if it is not from your pocket as well. So if it's from your pocket, you need to have good money on you. So everything rotates around money. So I will say the challenges would be staying focused. Know your goal, know who you are, know your background, know.
Those are the strategies.
And nothing should stop you from achieving. Yes, that is me. Yeah, I'm like, Regina, even if you don't want me or you want me and me, this is what I want, I'll say, you know, Regina, it is okay. I can always say good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Are you all right?
Yes.
I smile.
Yes.
And I focus with my goal. Then
your
you'll see the rubbish I'm going through. You're like, why waste time? And I'm like, it is fine. We shall meet at the end of the year.
So
I
you
mean,
have to be goal-oriented.
Exactly. So if you're not goal-oriented, then you may also fail. Because on the way, you're going to have so many people biased. Either because they don't see the reason why you're doing what you're doing. I think if you actually don't have why you do what you do,
then don't do it. Don't do it.
You can't
Just
even
don't
go
do
any
it.
further, because now my mom will come and be like, why are you doing that? And I'm like, by the way, why am I even doing this?
Especially the question will be that because you're a para-athlete,
Yeah.
someone is like, why are you pursuing this? You know, it's easy for able-bodied
Actually,
people.
most people are like, Ritah, why are you playing badminton? Why are you still playing? Why don't you just go, maybe stay whatever country? Why do you still play yet you're not earning anything? And I'm like, no, maybe my calling was not to come and earn. Maybe my calling is to come and
for the next generation.
Maybe my coming, because I also didn't know I would ever play badminton
To the highest level.
Exactly.
Yes.
I didn't know I would even ever reach where I am. We only see things progress. In the bad times, in the good times, things are progressing. So that is not my doing. So I cannot wake up in the morning and say, Ritah, stop playing. Because I didn't say, Ritah, come and play. I just got myself in the game, you know.
And then the opportunity
at the time where I did
themselves.
not even expect I would ever be into the sports. You know, like our setting in Africa, because I mean, you finished school, you've graduated. So this is something probably you could have carried from school, then you're just continuing. But now here you break, you start work, and then work is done, and then you're like, what do I do? And then you're into your personal business, and all of a sudden you're into sports. And you're in sports in 1, 2, 3 years, you're somewhere people have been fighting to be in the rest of their life.
Yes.
So why would I wake up in the morning and I'm like, no,
you're inspiring a lot
this is wastage of time. No, it is not wasted of time.
Yeah.
The mere fact that I've gotten it halfway my life then that means
it is your calling.
It is the calling, because I've been everywhere. Not like it has not been successful, but you be there, do something, it succeeds. Then you find yourself somewhere else.
I like your story. I like your story. Let me get to James. James, as a coach, you know, and you've heard what you said about the challenges. How do you, as an administrator, how have you managed to, you know, help to grow the game despite all the challenges?
You see, challenges are cutting across everywhere in our sports settings.
Yes.
But in most of the challenges we come across are more on the women.
Yes.
Just because maybe they have that phobia, or maybe they are being discouraged by their friends, and the environment, which is not much favoring their dreams.
Yes.
So we usually do some counseling with the women's side, because even at the level of IPC,
Yes.
they do say we should be involved.
What is
more.
IPC? Because you're talking to somebody who I will understand what you're saying, but the person out there who is listening to us may not understand what IPC is. So
Okay.
please educate us.
IPC is the International Paralympic Committee.
Okay.
Then later maybe I may use the NPC, which will be the National Paralympic Committee
Of Uganda.
Yes.
Or the
Okay.
UOC.
Or UPC, which is Uganda Paralympic Committee.
Which is the same thing.
Yes. Which
One
is
and the same.
Yes.
Okay.
So
That
we
gives
are
us
not
context.
using so much of the UPC just because they requested we use the
Uganda Paralympic
Committee.
Ah, okay, great.
So other countries are still using the NPC as the National Paralympic Committee.
Okay.
So I was going back to the other point was that the International Paralympic Committee is much more focusing on the women because in our events, all the games, including all the sports, the female side has not been so much.
It is marginalized.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's not that they are marginalized, but even them, their interest is still low.
Low,
So
okay.
we are just talking to them, counseling them, and showing them
And
that it is-
encouraging them.
Yes, that it is possible. You can come into sport and you can earn into sports, or you can build your career within sports as you are doing other things. So we are trying to do a lot of things.
Community sensitization.
Yes, sensitization, so that we can remove that stigma.
Okay.
Because when you don't do that, you won't have them into the sport. These facilities, other people discouraging them, and maybe the environment
Okay.
may not all that change. You know?
May not
True.
in the shortest term or
The
the
truth
longest.
that is
Yes.
remains.
Is it long term? Do you see it not happening in the long term, or in as far as you know, as an administrator of NPC or UPC? Yeah.
I think I can help him with that. I think that long term or the short term
Yeah.
is not going to depend on the coach.
Yes. Of course not. Of
It's
course
going
not.
to depend on the individual. It is me to know what I want.
Correct.
Am I ready for this or am I not ready?
Am I ready to
do
work
do I
within
see
the
any
poor
sense in
facilities?
this? Yes. Like, are you okay with the facility? For example, if you went to where we train the Entebbe Institute,
Yes.
it's really not a standard thing, but are you ready to get the basics?
Yes.
Then the big facility
Will find
will
you
find you on
along
the
the
way.
way.
Yes, you get it.
You're
So,
right.
Then someone will be like, no. Of course, there are places I will not train if it is like after you know what is good and what is bad. There are places, for example, cement floors are not good for, especially if you have a jumping game or something. That's why you will see if you go to Lugogo, it's not cement.
Yes.
I don't know what they call that
Canvas.
material,
Is
that
it
rubber
canvas?
something,
Yeah.
because that if it is cement, it will affect your knees, and
Yeah.
that means in 1 year or two,
You're out.
you will not be able to even
You're
help
out.
yourself
Yes.
or help someone else. So if I wake up and I'm telling my coach, no, I am not training in this cement area, and you feel offended and you feel like I'm beyond you. No, I'm trying to understand, to let
Player
you
welfare.
know.
Player welfare.
Yeah, to favor my welfare, because I know this may end my career.
Yes.
Forcefully, you get it. So I think that long term or short term depends on the player understanding what they want, because he can talk and
But
talk.
with guidance, you know, with
Yeah,
guidance.
we can always talk. You can always tell me, but if I say no, it will
It
still
comes down to you.
yeah,
to
it
the-
will
to the
still be me.
athlete.
Yeah,
The
but
other
it
thing
is okay as well.
is that you see, like you talked about facilities or changing the environment, but that, like any other federation in Uganda, most of our funding comes from government.
Yes.
So we may not so much maybe have a promise of having a good facility or whatever,
yeah.
because we must depend on government. So if government is not yet there,
When you say you must, when you say you must, I want to disagree with you on that, because I think there are other avenues of sourcing for funding other than, because I know that I want to believe that your international federation gives you some support.
Yeah, the grants
also,
that come
yes,
through.
the grants. And I also want to believe that there are other corporate bodies that come on board to support. So when you say it's only government, I think we're
are
doing
pushing out
ourselves
the
a
rest of
disservice.
maybe I used a wrong term.
Yes.
But I want to
Okay, maybe
to give
you could
the
say we
clarity.
majorly, because that is the trend we have in Uganda, we majorly depend on
on
government
But
funds.
now, you talked about the IPC, maybe funding the NPC.
Yes.
The IPC does not fund the NPC direct. Like, I don't know how UOC does it with IOC. But with IPC, you must write grants so that you can get some money maybe to run your NPC. But other stakeholders like local sponsors and maybe regional sponsors have not come across, because most of the people in Uganda are not so much positive.
Is it that we have not engaged them? I'm just
We,
wondering.
we've tried at least to engage some, but they are not so positive. You see, Paralympic sports in Uganda,
Yes.
we are just maybe introducing it to the society. That's why you can come maybe in Entebbe and someone say, can these people really play or can they run? How can a blind person run? You hear such
So
questions.
there's a big issue around sensitization
Yes.
and engaging the communities to say this is possible for your son or your daughter. They can actually come and play sport.
So that sensitization is not yet all over Uganda. That's why you can still hear such questions. Why should they fund them? These people with disabilities, what are they going to do?
Yeah, then you're going and then like they're just going to tour. These are our
Yes.
tourists. You get
God.
it, eh? So such
So that
statements
sensitization
really.
They
is
just
still-
demotivate.
No, not me.
Not you. I like your attitude.
So that sensitization is still lacking. That's why when we do sports activities, we involve some advocacy. Because we need also that advocacy side to let people know that these people have to play or can enjoy sports like any other
It is a
person.
fundamental human right to play.
Yes.
Yes, whether it doesn't matter who you are, it is okay for you. As long as you're interested in a sport, you should actually take up a sport and play.
Yes, some other challenges that when again you get into so much into athletes with disabilities, again you find hassles of parents telling you maybe you are benefiting from our children.
That
You
is very
must
common.
Explain this to me.
Yes.
Let me go consult maybe the RDC. So a lot of issues revolve around athletes with disabilities. Even when an athlete feels like maybe he or she can join the sport, then the parents will have to make decisions over them.
Yes.
That's how we keep on losing some good athletes,
True.
and then you may find yourself without athletes. But thank God, at least the TVs and other sports channels which are showing sports have at least tried to enlighten the society about Paralympic sports. Those are some of the challenges, but the solutions are not surely so many. Like maybe if you can get some good funds from government, maybe to meet some of your plans in a year. Like if you have a calendar running, like for their sport, they need to go into a number of trips,
Yes.
which government may not be able to fund. So if government gives you like 2-3 trips in a year, it will say,
That's
it's enough for you. We don't have the money. What? For other sports, they may not be at that level.
Yes.
So again, what is the challenge? If you give like her 3 trips when she needed 5, again she may not maybe
she may not perform to her best.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, for
Because of-
example, we have over 17, and then you give me 2. So where is the 15?
How are you going to get up
Yeah,
there?
still a
if you
challenge.
cannot-
Yeah,
That's
we
why
can't still blame it on,
we keep
because I mean,
on trying.
We don't give up.
Yes, we
don't-
don't
Yeah.
give up, but we don't get there all the time.
We are mediocre.
Yes.
We keep hanging
you
around
just keep there,
Mm.
hoping for the
hoping
best.
for the best. We
Yeah.
just keep hoping for the best. And yet we can actually reach the best.
Yeah, we can if we have selfless people.
Wow.
Yeah, if we are selfless at what we do, trust me. If someone can wake up and say, Rita, I'm giving you 2 million to put on your trip, you get it? That's what I mean. If an individual can do that, how about an institution, a big institution? I'm not saying they have the money on that, but if we pick
Prioritization.
we prioritize, because the interest he talked about, companies having no interest and all that. If you really want to confirm what Rita can do, and you really want to believe, because that is the only way you're going to help me spread this, because it is from one person to another. Try it out, give it a try. You'll tell the next neighbor, no, we can do this. That's how we've been getting the little funds we get.
Yeah.
Like someone believes in you and does that.
Yeah.
So I think if companies learn to believe and they pray, I think they would stop the thing of we are wasting their money. No, we don't waste
You
money.
don't waste money.
No, we don't. We value money.
Of course, money is very valuable. And now, again to James, how have you developed a comprehensive strategy for Paralympic athletes, especially women?
You see, a comprehensive strategy is maybe a strategy which can involve everything. But now, with our sports federations, we don't, even in other federations, you may not have that longer strategy or plan to maybe help your athletes and maybe develop the federation. Why? Because you majorly depend on government, which may later give an excuse vis-a-vis your plans. So now with Paralympics, we try to put the strategy. Whenever we open up the year or the season, we call on federations within the NPC that please forward in your calendars and your strategy or your plan so that we can harmonize with ours. Then we can maybe talk to government and the other sponsors to see how we can move on. So basically our strategy is not so much in going into like logistics. Our main focus is much more on helping athletes get to their dreams. If the season opens up, we tell athletes, if I can give an example in para-athletics, that the year's calendar has this and this competition.
Yes.
So we may only go into 2 in this year. So plan accordingly so that we can go to a competition where you can at least qualify for other big events.
So you have to be very strategic in terms of prioritizing which event you have to go to.
Yes.
Especially the fact that there is little funding,
Yes.
few resources to help prepare the athletes.
Yes. So we do try to make sure that in each competition we go in, at least we maximize the chances of qualifying.
Okay.
Just because of our background. Because we know later we may have an excuse and then
misses out.
Yes, so
Okay, before I get back to you, I want to engage Ritah. Ritah, how do we've talked about being selfless, we've talked about honoring your calling, but how do you engage with your federation or association to ensure that your voice is heard, especially as a woman in sport and maybe other women in sport? And for this, I'm saying also what policies are in place to help ensure player welfare in your federation, for example.
That's quite a bit hard one. Because it wouldn't say hard and hard, but I think I would say I'm not in bad terms. because I mean, okay, there are a few things that are going on, but I will not say we are in that bad time, like where we can't talk or discuss on what to go next. I know I'm in courts in the federation, and probably because for the recent information I have ever since, I've been given warnings and all that because I talk too much probably, but I think to me...
But I think that is, if you're visible and you're using your voice as an athlete, it should be actually a good thing.
That's what I believe and I trust. Probably that's why I have the platform I have.
Yes.
And that's why I value it. I don't misuse it, but I think people misunderstand me.
Okay. People
misunderstand my message, so they think probably because I got one person telling me I am fighting national. How do I even fight an institution? Like how? How do I wake up and I'm like, Ritah, I'm going to fight an institution? No, I think thank you actually, let me make myself clear today.
Yes.
When an institution or the institution head wakes up in the morning and gives me a call and it's like, Ritah, you're in discipline because you are is it even, no, you didn't say you're in discipline. And then because you're giving out information, you're talking too much to social media, but when the little I know is my platform is to help people who are voiceless.
True.
Me, I would think if you're to blame me, if I woke up and abused individual people, and I'm like so and so, so and so, so and so, but if I wake up and I'm not satisfied with my welfare,
yes.
There's no proper dissemination of resources, I speak about it, and for you call it indiscipline, then now, I feel like you're telling me, get buried. And now I'm not ready to be buried.
Wow.
Yeah, not now. Not now. So anyway, with the relationship, to me, I would think it's good as of now. I don't know how they want to term it, but to me.
But this is not personal. I'm talking.
No,
generally.
it is not personal, but because you brought it, and I've been going through some issues lately, so I am trying to reflect on what is in, so that I give a proper answer.
Yes.
The thing is, we are not in bad terms as with the federation, nor with the National Council, but I know they misunderstand me a lot. So, and then the policies, I don't know. I think they are policies. They are policies, but I've not seen policies displayed. Because I think most of people of our heads, and they take things personal, and it is not like, I'm sorry if they still think I'm still being, no, I'm not attacking anyone, I'm just trying to analyze, because this is what I see. Things are done at a personal basis. The policies, I don't know, because if my welfare is not taken care of, or if Ritah, as in the institution, they don't know what is happening to Ritah, I have no code of conduct signed, so I'm a freelance as an athlete. I don't know if I should say okay, I think they are there. There are regulations, but I'm not sure. Maybe the coach could help me.
Can help us.
Who is?
The policies, if there are policies that protect the athletes.
You see, even at the IPC, policies are there.
Yeah.
Before you go to big competitions, you sign the code of conduct with them, like they would take photos maybe during when you are playing.
Consent.
Yes.
Yeah,
policies
I think BWF has done that when we are going to play.
Now, when it comes to our local federations, most of the federations don't have policies. Also, it's only maybe when you are going out, that's when you sign the code of conduct with the National Council of Sports. But because when you are going out, it is now any CSO government which is in charge, not your federation. So it is very, very rare to sign the code of conduct with the federation.
Okay, so
maybe they don't have any.
James and Ritah, let me tell you, this conversation is big. We cannot finish everything. We cannot exhaust what we have to discuss in this one particular conversation. So I think we'll have another session where we dive into more about women in Paralympic sport. It's a lot of things that we can discuss, but for today, that's what we had for today. But of course, we cannot go without having a piece of advice for a girl who wants to engage in sport.
For any girl that wants to engage in sports, do what you feel is right. Stay focused to your goal. Set that goal. I know goals, what they call dreams here. We dream. Make sure you realize your dream at any point. Say if you want to come to badminton, you need to know most of it is going to be you. You. So if it is you, that means you're going to have to buy yourself equipment, you're going to have to buy yourself food, you're going to have to pay yourself the allowance and all that, unless once in a while, which I cannot.
Will help, will come in and support.
But if you want to come and play, please come and do you, come and be you. If we've done it,
you can do it.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, James.
Yes, for any girl out there who wish to come to Paralympic sports or play Paralympic sports, just please first develop your interests, because we cannot work out with athletes who don't have interests. First, also believe in yourself.
True. Confidence.
Yes. If you believe in yourself, that means you will get there. Come as you are.
Yeah. Come as you are.
You are able, you can do it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, coaches are there
to help. Yes.
And also your parents, when you inform them, they can maybe support you, but as well the federation is mostly in charge to support your dream come true.
Wow. Wow. We've heard from Ritah, we've heard from James, and it's basically you must have the confidence, to get out there. You must be focused. You just have to have that dream and continue dreaming big and pursue your dream. And of course, from us in the studio, we just want to say thank you very much for joining us. And until next time, goodbye for now.